I had a good evening tonight. My wife and I went and ate at the Olive Garden, and we went and saw a movie, Spider-Man 3, celebrating a special night. It's our 4th anniversary, and just wanted to talk about marriage. I never dreamed I'd ever really marry a person. Didn't have that much self-esteem. Never really thought of myself as a person that anyone would want to marry. Fortunately, I found a crazy woman who loves me. I met her at school. She met me. Somehow I caught her eye. Yeah, it's a really romantic story. And the woman has to track down the guy. But I was working at Long John Silver's at the time. I remember her coming in several times. She wrote down her phone number on a paper towel. I thought she was cute, so I called her. And she told me later that when she got off the phone with me, we only spoke for a few minutes. So when she got off the phone with me, she ran around the house and said, yeah, he called. So I tell you how crazy she is. You know, you get excited about me talking. But we dated for a little over 4 years, which is a long time when you consider a lot of high school relationships don't last more than a few months. I remember when we dated for 6 months, people were like, "Whoa, you've been together a long time. That's long." Well, really? We didn't notice. You know, 4 years ago today, or actually it would be yesterday because it is past midnight. It's almost 3 o'clock. We got married. Marriage is a very special thing. You know, it takes a lot of commitment. And even if you date for a long time, 4 years is, I would consider that a pretty long time. And after we got married, I found out things that I never knew about her and her family. I found out some of her hot buttons, you know, things that I should never say. And you know, it's always a learning experience. Marriage is it's hard to describe, you know. From what I've heard from different people, it's different. It's been wonderful so far, though. I've never once considered, you know, leaving her. And we've had our troubles. I won't go into details. But, you know, it makes me think, you know, what makes a person want to divorce their husband or their wife. You know, I was in a forum this week, and I was reading a thread that somebody started about divorce, and these people were on the forum saying, my divorce was the happiest day of my life. I'm thinking, why? Why would this be the happiest day of your life? What is so wrong? I think some people don't realize what marriage is. You've got to work in a marriage. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. In my opinion, if your relationship is absolutely perfect, then you're doing something absolutely wrong. because you're two different people from two different families, and you're going to have troubles. But you can, if you love that person, then, that's the reason you married them, because you wanted to be with them forever. And if you really love them, then you're going to work to solve those problems, work together. And that's what we do. We probably don't talk as much as we should, but we work out our problems, and we're honest with each other, totally honest. At least I think we are. I hope we are. I'm gonna assume we're totally honest with each other. I'll put it that way. We've both done things that we're not proud of. Nothing major, but it's a compromise when you marry. And I wouldn't give it up for anything in the world. I love her to death. I saw a news piece on the television about couples getting separate master bedrooms in their houses. Thinking, why? Why would you do something like that? And they interviewed some people, and they said, well, this is wonderful. Before, when we stayed in the same room, we had problems, we fought, things like that. Maybe the guy snored or whatever. And I'm thinking, why? They said, we're happy now. Well, of course you're happy when you can ignore your problems. If everybody could ignore all the problems they had, they'd be happy. But the problems would still be there, just ignoring them. I'm a really bad snorer. My wife loves to tell everybody, but she got used to it, and she can fall asleep just like that. Even when I'm snoring. So it's something you just gotta work on. If you've got problems, you gotta work on it and get over it, and it makes your marriage that much stronger when you overcome your problems. So, a lot of my family's been divorced. I know my mother's divorced once, and I believe that was because both she and my stepfather wanted to be the boss, and you can't both be the boss, especially when you've got 5 kids, and they just could not get along. I think there was some love there, and I know he took it pretty hard. And they've never really discussed it, but she's remarried now, and she's the boss in this relationship too. I've never considered cheating on my wife, and she's never considered cheating on me, as far as I know. A lot of her family, that's what you do. You cheat on your wife, and they don't care. A lot of people know it, and I just don't see committing yourself to someone for life and then cheating on them, telling someone else that you love them, even just physical love. I'm reaching for things to say now, and it's my time's just about up. So thanks for enduring.